Hi, I'm Dr. Joan Friedman. Welcome to Twin Tuesday. I'm going to talk today about an issue I've received a lot of emails from during this pandemic. And basically, the question is, how and why has my twinship become abusive? Now, I'm going to introduce my usual caveat that most twins get along, but my focus is to help twins who aren't getting along learn about what's going wrong in their twin relationship and how they can potentially improve it. So I've gone through a lot of cases that I've treated and that I've read about, and I've come up with some common variables and themes that I think run throughout all of them. Of course, everyone's histories and background are different, but there are some variability in themes that might be interesting to talk about. The first one that comes up is a lot of twins have expressed that they've experienced parental neglect or absence. And this can happen for a lot of different reasons, but I think the result comes to be that twins feel that they're very much, as I've talked about in my books, surrogate parents for one another. And that may be because of the perception that some parents have the twin bond is most important, that they prefer to be with one another, that they're already getting a lot of attention, and that their special bond is more important than anything they might get from anyone else. So that definitely runs through the theme of a lot of twins who've had difficulty with one another. A second variable seems to be that as twins get older, the dynamics that used to work in their twinship no longer work. For example, we've talked often about cared for and caretaking twins. But as twins get older, the caretaker often feels that she's not appreciated or loved because the cared for twin is getting really upset about what she's doing. They often talk about feeling that they're feeling controlled, they're feeling intruded upon, they're feeling smothered, and they want to get away from this dynamic. But it's the dynamic that's held their twinship together up to this point. So without that function, the twinship sort of temporarily falls apart until it can be reconstructed on some other variables. Another issue seems to be that twins, as they get older and they have wider access to other sorts of attachments and relationships, they start to look back on their twinship and start to feel that their twinship was so negative in many ways. One woman said to me that she realized that her twin was overly critical, punitive, blaming. Also, there was a lot of physical abuse throughout their lives. And she wondered why she had put up with this all these years and how the twinship could be repaired, trying to come back from an attachment that was based on these very negative factors. Another reason that twinships fall apart is that twins, of course, usually grow up in the same sort of household, and they're given a certain sort of um, lesson in morality and ethics. So as twins grow up, one might embrace what the family's message have been, while the other one may not. And so when twins find themselves in really opposing viewpoints and perceptions, they often see this as causing a very big divisiveness in their relationship. And they have to learn how to reconcile those differences in order to feel like they're still connected. I find it so interesting when I talk to twins who are at the beginning of this stage. They often say to me, I thought I knew who my twin was, but I recognize I didn't know who my twin was until, and that until, is about a lot of things that have been going on in their lives up to the present moment. Twins don't work through a lot of very underlying feelings and emotions that are part of their twinship for so many years. They don't maybe are dealing with the competition, dealing with the envy, dealing with the inequality, dealing with the problem of not feeling like they have an identity. So all of these things sort of crash down on each of them at the same time, and they really need to find a way to dig themselves out of this and find new clarity and understanding about their attachment. So I will leave you with my usual cautionary tale that the parent-child relationship with singletons and with twins is the most important gift that you can give to your children. That attunement gives them a sense of consistency, predictability, feeling loved, feeling separate, feeling like their individuality is respected. And it's a lovely way to grow up and have their twinship be something that can continue to be very precious and very special. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.